So I finished reading The One and Only Ivan by Katherine Applegate. This is one of the books that I'm reading for the Battle of the Books competition next year. There are 15 books I'm doing the 5th, 6th grade list. So there are 15 books on that list. This is one of them. I have to create 20 questions for my students so we can practice. They're not going to be the questions used in competitions, but it's to help them just get practice with them. So as I said, this was for my 5th and 6th grade group, and I do think this is a good book for 5th and 6th grade. It seems like it has a lot of chapters, but they're really like 1-page chapters, and the titles are like the end. Vine. And it's just a quick little description of what either is happening in that chapter. I'm going to use quotes on chapter, or even something descriptive about it. So like, because this is all from Ivan's perspective. Ivan is a gorilla at the Big Top Circus, the Big Top Mall, I think it is. Yes, Big Exit 8 Big Top Mall. And he's been there for many, many years. And this is actually based off of a true-ish, it's based off of a gorilla named Ivan. So it is kind of true, but a lot of it, of course, is made up from the author's imagination. So, like, one of the chapters is What I See, and it's describing what he sees around him. And that's kind of a big thing for him because he is also an artist. He paints what he sees. So he's in the beginning of the book, he really just like paints bananas or draws bananas because that's what he sees. Now, granted, they're scribbles, but he thinks they're bananas, and that's all that's important. So he lives in the mall with a couple other animals, one being Stella, who is an elephant who has an injury on her leg, but she still kind of performs in this circus. They also live with a macaw. There's a poodle that Stella performs with, and then there's also a dog named Bob, who like is like a homeless dog. He just kind of hangs out at the mall and spends time with them and sleeps in Ivan's pen, not really a pen, it's cage, every single night. And they're like trying to make the best of what it is. Like, it's not a jail, it's a domain. It's not a cage, it's a domain. There's a pretty picture on one of my walls. But it's not great. It's not a great situation. And it really kind of drives home, especially when a new character arrives named Ruby, who is a young elephant. And then she has to start performing. And it just really drives home the whole the whole idea of animals in zoos and in circuses, and how at one point they were, used to perform, but they weren't really taken care of. Like, he's not really being taken care of in the best way. He's eating a lot of food that he should not be eating, like cotton candy and soda and things like that. And of course, he's the only silverback gorilla there, so he's not getting the socialization with the rest of his gorilla troop. I think it's troop. And ultimately, especially after Stella unfortunately passes away from her leg injury, he decides, I don't want this for Ruby. And he had made a promise to Stella saying that he would protect her. And so he decides to paint a message and a picture to try and help them. And ultimately, he does, because people want to come see the gorilla who painted these pictures, and then news people come and they do a story, and then people see conditions. And so ultimately there is a happy ending of them going to a circus where they are better taken care of, where they can be around their kind, and it's really sweet. It is kind of sad. It is sad. Because of course then they're not together anymore, but at least they're with their kind. But it's kind of sad, but it's a good book. It was a good book. I know Disney did turned it into a movie. I don't think it's on Disney Plus anymore. Otherwise I would watch it. Because I would like to see how they take the words to the screen, the story to the screen. So I would like to watch it if I can find it on Disney Plus. I don't think it's on there anymore though. I know at one point they removed a lot of those movies that they made around, 2020. So I'll have to continue to look and see. It might also be available for purchase on Amazon. These are something I'll have to go back and look at. But yeah, so there you go. Happy reading.